it's Christine. I'm so glad you're here. Well, I got some amazing news this past week. I am in remission. Oh, and I will tell you, that feels so good to hear that coming from my doctors. And wow. So I am ready to move onward and upward. I feel better than I've felt in a long time, over a year. So I'm really looking forward to getting back on here with you guys. I'm going to do this one video as kind of a wrap up for the whole cancer treatment, life, whatever you want to call it. I just want to go through and tell you about some of the things that we put in place, that my kids and I did, that friends did, and just helped me get through it. So the first thing we started with, my daughter put together a binder that became basically our operating procedures. And it had everything in it. It had the calendar of all the visits. It had just everything, what to do for certain symptoms. This is how my chemotherapy was delivered via a pump, so how that was gonna work. She put them all in pages. Here's my Life with Cancer care team. Just everything, page after page after page of everything. And well, I can't thank her enough for all of her support. So the first thing I started with was radiation. My treatment was consisting of 6 weeks of radiation, Monday through Friday, and I had 2 weeks of chemotherapy, one on the second week and one on the 5th week of those 6 weeks. And I want to give you, they're going to give you a, I don't know what you want to call it. They're calling this a healing ointment. Honestly, at the end of the 6 weeks, and I'm not meaning to scare anyone, but I'm giving you the truth. I was pretty burnt. Think about having a really bad sunburn. Now, I had colorectal cancer, so they were radiating my pelvic area. And my pelvic area, my thighs, my inner thighs. So it was like a really, really, really bad sunburn towards the end, but it would have been so much worse without this. And I know they're gonna tell you about this or other healing ointments, and I can't recommend strongly enough that you apply them. I actually have a little bit left in here, and I know it sounds weird, but I've been using it as a lip gloss. Anyway, this product, get it? You can get it anywhere, and apply liberally. You're gonna want to use this after your treatment every single time. Now, I will say, I did get, towards the end, I was really burnt. And so you're gonna end up potentially with, like a silver nitrate type of burn ointment. Again, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just getting you prepared. So this is the silver, what does this say? Sulfadiazine. I don't know if I had to get a prescription for this. I feel like I might have. I honestly didn't have to use this too long, but it kind of took an edge off of the pain. Plus, you're gonna get some pain medications anyway. But yeah, so for radiation, we've got a healing ointment, and then towards the end, something a little stronger with some properties for anti-infection, stuff like that. Okay, so I mentioned that my chemotherapy was delivered by a pump. Now, first of all, I was continuing to go to work. And honestly, one of my recommendations is have something on your mind. Don't sit and only think about your cancer treatment. I think you're gonna find yourself in a better headspace if you're able to continue with your activities daily as long as you possibly can. I went into work right after my radiation, and I'm not saying it as any kind of a hero. I'm just saying I went into my office after radiation Monday through Friday, and as long as I could. The last 4 days, I think I ended up not going in because, well, I deserved that time off, right? But when I had when it was time for chemotherapy on my second week, for my first round of chemotherapy, my oldest son was in from Ohio, and he came with me to get that PICC line inserted and to learn how to flush the lines, because that's something that has to be done. Now, you may have a family member who can do that, or maybe you live alone and you'll have to have a home health aide person come in. Actually, I think you can do it yourself. They'll show you how to do it. But you do have to keep the line flushed. So I would get that put on or inserted into my arm right here on Saturday. We'd go Saturday, and then on Monday I would start the chemotherapy. And I would go to an infusion center, and I had an infusion, like a regular bag that you see hanging. I would have that, and they would put anti-nausea medication in it. And when that was done, then they would hook me up with the pump and send me home. And that pump just works on its own and pumps continuously for 96 hours. You've got the medication going in to you. So when they send you home, you've got all the types of supplies that you'll need for managing the pump, right? Tell you something funny. Well, I don't know that it's funny. It was funny to me, right? So here you are, you know, you got your pump, you got your chemo, and I think we all know the drugs for chemotherapy are pretty potent. And so they teach you, you know, about some things that might go wrong with your pump and how to handle maybe a spill. Let's say your line gets disconnected and the chemotherapy medication just kind of comes out. Well, they give you a toxic, I'm not laughing. They give you a toxic cleanup bag for your chemo that includes the disposal bag, right? You put the gloves on, don't touch it. It can go in your veins, but don't touch it. And they give you some pads to absorb the chemicals, right? Wear the gloves, and then you would put everything in the little bag and bring it back to you, bring it back with you along with the pump, and I guess they would redo it. Now, I'm telling you this, but I never had that problem with the pump. Now, remember I said, so on Saturday I would get the PICC line inserted, and I wouldn't have I wouldn't be hooked up to the pump until Monday. So I had those couple of days and for showering or even bathing. I bought one of these arm. It's got holes on either end here, and you fit your arm into this, and it's gonna go up over, my PICC line was here. I would put this on, and it would go up, you know, over up to here. This would come up obviously, and so it would cover my arm, and I was able to, you know, get a shower, get, you know, take a bath, and not really have to worry about getting the PICC line wet, because you don't want to do that. The part that's just hanging, that hasn't been connected yet. This type of tape, you've seen it before. It's kind of not super sticky, and it's flexible. That really works for taping, you know, helping tape the line down, the tubing that's connected to the pump. You're just gonna end up figuring it all out. I feel fortunate that my chemotherapy was done in the warmer months, because I have more options for clothing that wouldn't be restrictive of, you know, the machine, because you have to accommodate the tubing that you're connected to. Trying to think about it, that's everything. They're gonna give you everything kind of that you need. Drink lots of water. You're gonna wanna drink lots and lots of water. So I wanna show you these two sweaters. This doesn't do them justice to hang them like this. I wanna show you what they look like on. I found these on Amazon, and they are airy and open, and the sleeves are really loose, but still stylish. So I was able, for that week that I was going into work, I switched between the black and the tan, but I was able to wear these sweaters and not have any problem with the, you know, with the pump. So one of the other things with colorectal cancer, I'm gonna guess that most people are gonna go through this just by virtue of the fact that the organs that they are radiating and all of that have to do with digestion. And so you can end up with diarrhea. And this is magic. I think that's really all of the stuff that I have to show you. Listen, it's not even that many months ago. It hasn't even been, let's see, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So it's 8 months later, and I'm not traumatized by it. I'm not, I'm sorry I didn't do this video sooner, because I'm having trouble remembering some of the stuff. But I think with the right supplies, you're gonna make this. You're gonna do it. You're gonna get through the treatment. you got this. You have an inner strength that you probably never knew you had. And I will tell you that my faith in Jesus Christ and God, I honestly don't know what I would have done without that, because I am not going to say I didn't have some dark times during treatment. I did. And if I didn't have that to lift me up, I mean, I am grateful for my friends and especially my kids, how they came through for me. But honestly, if I hadn't had that, I don't think I could have been as strong as I was. But you can do this. And if you haven't, well, I'm not saying that you should become a Christian. But if you haven't explored faith, or if you've gotten away from your faith, it's never too late to come back. So I do want to encourage you to reconnect with your faith if you've got to go through this. I was in the valley of the shadow of death and in the beginning, and I was pulled up out of it. So I managed to get through that treatment and just get that fantastic news of being in remission. And I want that for you. I want that for you too. So that's all I have. But you know what? I'm looking forward to coming back because I'm feeling so much better. And I have some ideas for for videos that I'm going to do. And I hope you come along for the fun. But this video I'm making this to help people get through their radiation and chemo treatments for their colorectal cancer. And I hope you found some measure of helpfulness in all of this. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I hope you know that I do. And I thank you so much for coming back. And if it's your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, because then you'll know when I've uploaded another video. All right, we're done with the cancer talk. Let's get on to some more fun topics. So come back and I'll see you soon, everyone. Take care.